Okay, hello and welcome to Lynch Fest, and welcome back to Lynch Fest, I should say. And in this video I'm going to be talking about my David Lynch Blu-ray collection and some of the titles I have in my collection from his filmography on Blu-ray. I have quite a few, not his entire filmography, but these will be the Blu-rays that I base my videos off, and I thought it would be fun to go through the collection and to actually show you a nice hopefully a nice view at some of these editions. So the first one we have here is his first feature film from 1977, the Criterion release of Eraserhead, which is a really nice set, nice digipack. Spine number 725 in the Criterion collection. This has a number of short films, 6 short films from 1967 to 1974. Loads of special features on this and a making of the film as well. If we take this out, you get a closer look at the really cool packaging, as you would expect from Criterion, and a very thick booklet indeed. This is a really strange film, as you probably already know, and yeah, I really need to revisit this one. I reviewed it for the Epic Film Challenge. I had an interesting experience with the film. I don't love it, but I like it enough to really want to own it and to revisit it, and I'm sure that it's going to give me more every time I see it. Very disturbing and visceral film. There's just something about the way that Lynch put this together. The sound design is like a whole element of the film that can't really be discounted. It's the way this film sounds is key to its mood, and its mood is a very strange one indeed. I really admire the uniqueness of this film, but it's one that is so unsettling that I think it really took me aback when I first saw it, and I definitely need to see it again. Next we look at The Elephant Man from, I think, 1980 when this one came out. Let's have a look on the back. Doesn't immediately say. Let's see. Nope, I believe it was 1980 anyway. And this, it was a very unlikely film to begin with. A film about the life of John Merrick. If that was even his name, I think there's been some controversy as to whether that was his actual name or something, but regardless, a film on the life of the Elephant Man, directed by David Lynch, and produced by Mel Brooks. A very strange combination indeed, but it made for one hell of a memorable movie. I saw this when I was very young and was quite affected by it, but I need to see it again properly and to properly digest everything, and to experience it as an adult, I think will give it a much deeper resonance, at least I hope. And this is the Studio Canal Digibook release. Although it's not quite a digibook, it's kind of a piece of cardboard with a booklet stapled into the inside. So it's quite a nice release. I don't think there are many special features. Well, there's quite a few actually. There's a making of, and I think there's an interview of John Hurt as well, and an interview with David Lynch. So nice release for a film I'm looking forward to revisiting in the very near future and discussing as part of Lynch Fest. Yes, Dune. Dune. My dad loves this film. He showed it to me when I was a kid, and I didn't quite get it. It was interesting. Certainly wasn't Star Wars, and I rewatched it again when I was a teenager, got a lot more out of it, and I'm really excited to revisit this one and to see what it's like as an adult, as I have already said about The Elephant Man. But this has a couple of special features. I know there's some controversy around this one as far as David Lynch's own feelings on the film and wanting to have his name removed from the film and everything like that. It's a shame he didn't get to kind of, make this film the way he wanted it to, or to complete it the way he wanted to. But that's just the way it is sometimes. So Dune is another one I'm really looking forward to getting back to. And I don't think that the Blu-ray release is anything special. I think this isn't a film that's been given a grand restoration or anything, and I know there's an extended cut which doesn't have David Lynch's approval, but I don't think the general film has his approval either, which is, again, really unfortunate. But regardless, I'm looking forward to going in with a fairly open mind as to how this film will look and read as an adult. Next we have Blue Velvet. I had no idea what to expect from this film whatsoever, and I loved it. This is a really intriguing and deep and dark film that also has a little bit of playfulness to it at the same time. I don't know, it's a really weird tone that Lynch strikes with this film, and I just found it really gripping and involving. And this is a fairly nice Blu-ray. The film looks really good. There's a second disc. It's a 2-disc special edition with 52 minutes of lost footage. So there's a making of documentary, Mysteries of Love. They actually include the Siskel and Ebert at the movies segment on the film. A couple of vignettes, outtakes, and a fairly lengthy, if I remember right, interview with Dennis Hopper, and also the 52 minutes of deleted scenes and lost footage. So you get a second Blu-ray disc with the lost footage, not an extended cut, and I guess the lost footage was only rated 15 as opposed to the main film, which is rated 18. But yeah, I really want to watch this again before reviewing it, even though I only watched it maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago. Actually a bit longer than that, but regardless, I watched it last year, but I really want to watch it again before giving my full thoughts on this. So there's Blue Velvet. And now we get to the section of films that I haven't seen before or really know all that much about. This is Wild at Heart, starring Laura Dern and Nicolas Cage, who are two actors that I really, really love. And so I'm particularly looking forward to seeing this because I really like David Lynch's films and the way he tells stories. It's just different, and to have these two in one of those films, obviously Laura Dern is in Blue Velvet and also in Twin Peaks, but I'm just really intrigued to see this pairing between the two of them. And this one has 2 short films, The Grandmother from 1970 and Lumiere and Company from 1995. So with all these short film bonus features, I mean, there's a lot more of other shorter reviews I could do of David Lynch's films with all the short films represented. This also stars Willem Dafoe and Harry Dean Stanton and Isabella Rossellini. That's an incredible cast. I'm now even more excited to see this. But I don't even want to go in. I don't even want to know what the plot's about. I'm assuming they're wild at heart. But yeah, I'm just one of those ones I'm really looking forward to just diving straight into blind, seeing what it's all about, and talking about it in a review for Lynchfest. And speaking of casts that really intrigue me, this one is really up there for me. Bill Pullman is a really underrated actor. I really love him in almost everything I've seen him in, and again, David Lynch plus actor I really like. I'm in the bag for this one. Patricia Arquette is an actress who I love as well, so that alone is really a good reason for me to be excited about this one. It's described on the front cover as a 21st century noir horror film. So yeah, oh wow, there's 6 short films on this one as well. So I mean, there is a boatload of David Lynch short films that I can kind of work my way through if I so choose to. It says that the bonus feature running time amounts to 1 hour and 26 minutes, so that's pretty cool. But obviously the main film itself is one that I'm the most interested in, and I've heard this is a pretty disturbing one. So I'm borderline intrigued about that, but at the same time, almost a little bit wary of it. But Lost Highway is absolutely one that I'm excited to check out, as I am with any of these films really. But I don't know, that the Bill Pullman, Patricia Arquette kind of combo really intrigues me. Now this film is probably the #1 David Lynch film that I am the most excited to see from 2001. It is Mulholland Drive. This is the Criterion edition. Really, really nice edition here. Really cool digipack. And some cool special features, as you would guess from Criterion. They're always going to load these things up with really cool special features. There's a new restored 4K digital transfer, and interviews with Lynch and the cast, and also composer Angelo Badalamenti. And I've heard so much about this film in terms of, you must see Mulholland Drive. Luckily, I haven't heard anything as far as the plot of this film. All I know about it is that it's about actresses. I really I don't quite know, and I love that. That's exactly the way that's really creepy. Just that face there. Is that okay? That's really like just that eye really okay. It's kind of really unnerving, unsettling. Wait, does it continue? Okay, it continues here. There we go. That's nowhere near as unsettling now because it's kind of a reflection or a refraction of his face. But without that, just the eye was really, really disturbing. There you go. Not too disturbing. Now I see the full picture. So oh, this is just like a fold-out piece of artwork. So we have the booklet here, which has Naomi Watts, and then I forget her name, but she was in, I think she was in Twin Peaks: The Return. So here's the booklet, and yeah, I believe it's set in Hollywood. It's about actresses. That's as much as I know, and that might even be wrong. I don't know, but I just keep hearing how great it is and how much people love it. There was a YouTube video I watched with Sally Hawkins talking about films that she loved, and one of the moments that she chose was from this film, and she talked about how just scary the film is to her, but how she enjoys being scared by it. So it's safe to say this is really up there as far as the ones I'm excited to get to, and certainly my number one most anticipated David Lynch film. And going in, the blinder the better. Wait, that doesn't even make sense. Going in as blind as possible is the best bet for me, I think. Am I even making any sense? I don't know. It's very late in the morning, early in the morning I should say, when I'm doing this. But yeah, the more I can go into a film without knowing anything about it, for me, especially with a David Lynch film, where I know it's going to be fairly layered and complex and ambiguous, I think that's probably the best, just to kind of go in completely clean and just be taken on a ride that he wants to take the viewer on, and also make up part of that ride myself, no doubt, because there'll be loads of questions unanswered, and that's kind of in the spirit of the thing, I'm assuming. So there we go, Mulholland Drive. Very much looking forward to this one. And finally we have Inland Empire. This is a film from the 2000s, I believe. I think this came out maybe 2005, 2006, 2007, something like that. And I believe this was actually shot on standard def video, which is intriguing. And this is fairly long, 3 hours as well. It has a very good cast. You can see William H. Macy, Harry Dean Stanton on the back there, Laura Dern, love Laura Dern. So a mystery like nothing you've seen before. Again, completely blind. I don't want to know anything about this film. I just want to experience it and see what David Lynch has to say. So not really much more for me to say, really, but that's the last kind of feature film. And now we're going to move into a different section of my David Lynch collection, which I'm sure you'll be able to guess. Yes, of course, my Twin Peaks collection. So this is the original series, Twin Peaks: The Entire Mystery. This, for my money, is one of the best Blu-ray box sets ever made. I think it's an absolutely stunning release. This is the original, deluxe packaging version. Nice embossing. I mean, this cracked image, the kind of imagery alone of that iconic Laura Palmer kind of, prom queen image. But then having it with the image of her face inside when she's found dead at the beginning of the show, cracked here, that kind of symbolizes everything that her character is just a masterstroke of design. But having it actually crack open into the case, and even like her nose is like, you can feel the nose there, even the eye you can feel. It's such even the mouth actually, I never felt the mouth before, which is a weird thing to say, but they just, even that eye, like they just went so far into the attention to detail. It's a stunning release. We've got the purple rose on the back there, and inside, I'm not going to go through everything because it's quite a, what's the term? It's quite a, not flimsy, but it's a fairly delicate, that's the word I was like, delicate set. So very appropriately, welcome to Twin Peaks. And we open it up there. We get like this nice like plastic sleeve that tells you, what disc, what kind of episode you get from the first season, and then as you roll it up there, you get the some great images, and then the discs are kind of housed inside those, and it just goes on and on like that. And it's in fact, I think at the bottom, let me just see if I can get to. I feel like I've already done this. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. So let's see. So it's the second season, and this does have the 2 full seasons from its original run, but also it features, once I get to it, Fire Walk With Me, which is, we'll talk more about that in just a second, and that's the kind of final shot of the film there, or the final scene of the film. Yeah, underneath here you can actually, it's like dirt, and you can, let's see if I can get it to open. Fire Walk With Me. It's like an actual little thing there. Or like an odd Easter egg inside the box set. So that is the Twin Peaks entire mystery. And once I kind of get more into the videos I shot in the summer of 2017, I review this box set in its complete entirety. So we're talking every single episode. Not that I go into too much depth with the episodes, but every special feature is reviewed and talked about in those videos. So I go all in on everything about this box set. I mean, there's a section on here where you can view a slideshow that shows you, I think, the Twin Peaks trading cards, and I sat down for an hour and read every single trading card. So spared no expense in the reviewing of this box set. So if you're interested in my full thoughts on that, then stay tuned to the Twin Peaks Journey videos. But this is a fantastic release, great special features, the show looks incredible, and you know, one of my favorite shows of all time in a beautiful box set like this, in a Blu-ray set that looks fantastic, and the discs look fantastic, and also having the movie. Speaking of the movie, here we have the Criterion release of Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me. Love this cover artwork, and this has pretty much the same transfer as the film Fire Walk With Me inside the complete mystery set. Now, why did I get the Criterion when the film was already present in the entire mystery? Well, you could argue the Criterion will have a better transfer and look much better than this standard release. Not the case. The difference between the two transfers is, as far as I'm aware, completely indistinguishable. They both look fantastic. So the Criterion has a couple of new special features. An interview with the star, Cheryl Lee, who plays Laura Palmer in Twin Peaks and much more prominently in the movie Fire Walk With Me. So there's a new interview with her there, which is a really good one, and also an interview with the composer of all things Twin Peaks, Angelo Badalamenti. The entire mystery box set and the Criterion release also includes The Missing Pieces, which is a 90-minute presentation of deleted scenes that didn't make it to the final cut of Fire Walk With Me. They even include characters from the TV series who didn't appear in the theatrical film. So it's actually assembled in like a 90-minute kind of feature-length presentation, which is really, really nice. And again, my full thoughts on that in the Twin Peaks Journey as those videos come out. But I'm just such a fan of Twin Peaks, so to get kind of some of this incredible imagery from the film, and a nice booklet as well, I was just really invested in and really wanted for my collection. So you also get this really nice booklet, which is just a great supplement to the rest of the Twin Peaks collection, I think. So, you know, there's a nice interview in there and some really cool imagery from the movie. So I felt like I needed to have it to complete my Twin Peaks collection. But of course, now that we're in, you know, post 2017, no Twin Peaks collection is truly complete without Twin Peaks: The Return. So this is the Blu-ray box set of the limited event series, the third series of Twin Peaks that debuted in 2017, and this is the first release, which is just a beautiful box set. Unfortunately, mine doesn't completely line up. It's supposed to close entirely, but you get the, if you've seen the show, we have Cooper, and we have Mr. C, if you want to call him that, or Bad Coop, and then inside we have Dougie Jones. So a genius bit of box set design there. And then inside we have the digipack that folds out, gives you all the episode listings and the copious amounts of special features. One of the discs is missing because I'm still watching some of the special features. So a really nice box set, not as great as the design on the that one, but that's just kind of like, you know, it'll be hard to top an incredible release like that, but I do really like the design on this one, and the special features on this release, incredible. You get, I think, at least 5 full hours of fly on the wall, behind the scenes look at David Lynch directing this series, which is just incredible to see. There's no talking heads, there's no like, well, we were making this and putting it together. It's just pure fly on the wall documentary footage showing David Lynch day to day in his office, on the set, making this incredible 18-hour odyssey that is Twin Peaks: The Return. So another incredible Blu-ray in my collection. It looks fantastic too, and that is pretty much it. So there's the Twin Peaks collection, and the end of my David Lynch Blu-ray collection. If there are any Blu-rays from David Lynch, his filmography, that you think I should get, I mean, The Straight Story is the only one that comes to mind. I'm not sure if there are even any other feature films that I'm missing, actually. But if there's any cool additions or anything like that, definitely let me know. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.